This relationship, current proportional to voltage difference, becomes an exact equation when I include the idea of resistance. If you have a humongous resistance, even for a big voltage difference, the current will be very small. So how much current flows through things has to do with two ideas, gang. What's the voltage difference across the ends of the conductor? And what's the resistance that that conductor offers to a current flow to begin with? And that usually has to do with the geometry and the material of the conductor. Like a great big fat piece of copper has less resistance than a little skinny piece of copper. Just like a great big humongous pipe will have less resistance to the flow of water than a little skinny pipe, yeah? And how about a lamp like this? This copper right here, it's relatively thick, but it's very, very thin in there where the filament is. Guess where most of the resistance is across these two leads? Begins with F-I-L. Filament. In that filament is most of the resistance. And guess where most of the energy is dissipated going from here to here when I touch it across the battery? Right in the filament. In fact, the filament reacts so bad, it turns white hot with heat. Look at that. It's glowing. And there's your lamp. Isn't that nice? So we measure current in amperes, amps, okay? And we measure voltage in volts. And we measure resistance in ohms. All together now. Ohm. Okay, there's an ohm, yeah. That's ohms. In fact, ohms are written like this. Greek letter omega, ohm. Voltage is written like this, V. And current is in amps. The unit is amps. And oftentimes we call current I. So we could say I equals V over R. And it's the old song and dance, gang, that if you know two of these things, you know the other. Like, for example, let's suppose I tell you the resistance of this little lamp is 1 ohm. And I put it across this 12-volt battery. There are people in this room besides Lee who can tell me how much current is flowing through the battery. And then there are people that can't. Check to see if you're sitting next to someone who can. 1 ohm resistance, 12 volts across the battery. What's the answer, gang? 12. And that's 12 amps. That's Ohm's law.